more people get on to start talking. It was a beautiful day outside. It's a little cloudy. I'm out of town for a work conference. So for those of you who don't know, I am a human resource manager. I work for an organization that's over multiple locations. Um, so that's what I do. In case anyone was wondering. It's actually the middle of the day. It's 2:09. I'm not sure if anybody will get on, but we shall wait. I've been out in the sun a lot. My nose starts killing, and now it's a little swollen. I don't know if you can tell, but the bridge of my nose is a little swollen. It's other people sitting out on their balcony as well. Let me show y'all the view. The pool is right over there. The beach is really close. It's within walking distance. We did go last night to the beach, and oh my god, my legs are so sore. We walked up and down that beach, but it was nice and it was peaceful. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Like I mentioned earlier, I am the HR manager. I work for an organization that has multiple locations open. Um, and so I'm at a conference here at a resort. I was we arrived here yesterday. Yesterday was Monday, and we're leaving Wednesday. So as you guys know, yesterday was Cinco de Mayo, and so of course there was a theme. So the to get here wasn't that bad. I actually hate traveling alone, but I was with um someone else in my organization as part of the HR team. The payroll, she is the payroll and benefits administrator. And I'll do videos on the different parts of HR and different positions and all that good stuff because I think it's important for people to know. Because when I first piqued an interest in HR, I had no idea it was different parts. And I was the HR team of one for a very, very long time. So I hated traveling alone, but luckily I did go with someone, and another person met us at the airport. So traveling here wasn't that bad at all. We stopped and got lunch, and then we got here, and I worked a little bit, and then went out to dinner. So the dinner was really, really nice. I'll put um, up a short on my channel. So go look at my shorts, and you'll see the Cinco de Mayo. You'll see like the little decorations and stuff. It was really, really cute. The food was okay, but the decorations was really, really cute. I took some, like this little sombrero hat. I thought this was really pretty. The colors just, I think, is beautiful with the dark purple and then the gold. I just thought it was really cute. And I like taking souvenirs from places. So I'll probably write at the bottom the location where I'm at so that it can go in my little souvenir box when I go travel. They also have Moroccans. Um, they had bigger ones too, but I was like, I don't want to carry big ones. And then I'm probably not going to keep the big ones. So I got these little bitty ones. And I'm going to write where I'm at as well as the date and year. But I thought this was so cute too. And then, of course, we got name badges. I'm not going to show you guys my full name. But what was so cute about the name badges, they had these up. They have these little pins on it that you can put on it. So the first pin, let's see, it just says, what it says, "You rock." I thought this was really cute because it's blue and pink, really cute. This one is my favorite color. It just says "sweet." I love pink. That's my favorite color. This one is a mushroom. It says, "I may be a tiny mushroom, but I believe in you. Go do your thing, baby girl." That's how I read it. Go do your thing. Thank you, Vidolph and Vinci. And then this one, it says high five, which is so funny because we're implementing a high five program that is basically employee appreciation, because we all know that's important for employees to feel appreciated. So I got that one as well. Then I got this pen, and it says "great job," and it's yellow and pink. I like colorful stuff. And then this one is my favorite color again. Is this says "thank you," and this one is a broccoli, and it says the same thing. "I may be tiny, but I believe in you. Go do your thing, baby girl." And so that was a really nice touch for them to give us those to put on our pins. It was decorated very nicely. Oh my gosh, it was so cute and creative. They had I'm a wrestling kid. They had like the cans of I guess Latin Hispanic food, like the Goya beans and stuff, and they used those and put them in the center, and it had fresh excuse me, fresh flowers coming out of it, which I thought was very creative. It was cute. It didn't look tacky at all. And then they had these little sombreros and these of all sizes, big and small, on the table. Now let's talk about the food. Now keep in mind, I'm not in the South. I don't think this is considered the South. I'm not in the deep South. The food was just okay. They kept with the Cinco de Mayo theme. They had tacos. The tacos were, you can choose from chicken, beef, shrimp, um, and then they had rice and beans, of course, and salad, margaritas, all that good stuff. It was just okay. I think if they would have went to an authentic restaurant, it would have been better. And of course, they have the tortillas. They had corn and flour tortillas with cheese, sour cream, guacamole. They also had a spicy chicken tortilla soup that was okay, and chips and queso and all that good stuff. So that was nice. We all sat around. We ate. We drank our margaritas. They had beers. I don't drink beer. And then they had open bar. But was really nice, and I did a video of that, and I'll put it as a short. I'm not going to do a long form content video of it because I'm at work, so I didn't want to have my camera out. But they had fire pits, so what we did was, after we ate, we went and got some drinks from the bar. Like I said, they had open bar, and we went and walked at the beach. Nighttime, the beach was so beautiful. The sounds of the waves just going, the softness of the sand. It wasn't no rocks in the sand in between my toes. I didn't get in the water. It was late. Um, but we just walked and we talked. It was so calm and so peaceful, and we really enjoyed that. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so that was we really enjoyed that. So we came back from that long walk, and of course, we got a cocktail while we were walking the beach. So we came back and we sat by the fire pit. They had a huge fire pit with chairs that we relaxed in. I put my feet up, the fire on my feet, and just had conversations with a lot of different people. Hey, look, Lockie, make sure if you aren't subscribed to my channel that you go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers by the end of this month. Help your girl out. And so it was really nice. I came back to the room, took a shower, and I knocked out. I had about 3 or 4 cocktails. The fourth one I didn't really finish. I threw it away. I was sore. My feet were sore. So I took a shower and knocked out. Checked on my kids, of course, and went to sleep. Woke up this morning and had breakfast. The breakfast was really good. They had it was buffet style. It was really good. The coffee was really good. Now let's get to the speakers. So the first speaker, because of course it's a conference, so it's going to be speakers. The first speaker spoke a lot about pharmaceuticals, the pharmacy, and the process of the medicine, which piqued my interest because we all know that prescriptions are expensive, especially like the name brand expensive. So they gave us a lot of details on like how it goes, like the process. It goes from the people that make the pills to the pharmacies and how they try to make the most money out of it. And yes, there's discounts available, but they offer you the most expensive prescription, right? They give you the most expensive prescription and won't give you like the generic brand or the biosimilar. That was the title. Biosimilar prescription that does the same thing but at a fraction of the cost. They did a presentation where one prescription was like you ended up paying 2,000 a month for it, where the other one was like 600. And they said people were what is it called? People were wanting to go with that first one because you got a $4,000 rebate, but the end cost was more. So they were going with the first prescription that was name brand because all they were looking at was, hey, hey Jamia and Mustani, way from London. I've visited London before, beautiful. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Share the live, like the live, subscribe to my channel. But they said what kind of appeal to customers was the $4,000 rebate. But after, if you look at it, even after the $4,000 rebate, you paid $2,000. With the generic or the biosimilar brand, you ended up paying 600. But since there was no rebate, people didn't want to go through that. I'm from um I'm from the USA, Texas to be exact. Where are you from? And so that was really, really eye-opening. And what the goal of the company was to get more people to have more access to these more affordable prescriptions, rather than making the pharmacy and all those companies all of that money. Don't forget to check in, please. Oh, I gotta check in for my flight. Okay. Um, Rather than making all that money, hello, make sure you subscribe, Mustami. Making all that money, their goal was to save customers money and to get them a more affordable prescription at a more affordable cost without sacrificing their health. People are going without their prescription because they aren't aware of more affordable options, which of course we all know that. Another thing that they brought up was um, Ozempic, or semaglutide, whatever the name of that is, and how people are using that for a weight loss, but they aren't. And so the people that need it for their diabetics, it's a shortage. And so the question that was posed was kind of, hey, the people that need it because they're diabetic and the weight loss side effect works for them, because you know when you lose weight, you no more high blood pressure. It reduces the tension on your heart. It has all of these great effects health wise. But for the people that are using it just to lose weight and don't have diabetes, is it beneficial for them to use it, or should we attach um, a health journey along with it? Because the average person uses that to lose weight for about 8 to 9 months. And they did a survey, and 98% of people used Ozempic or semaglutide or whatever it's called for 8 to 9 months. And after they got out of it, they gained all of that weight back, and that is like $1,500 per shot. I think they're trying to develop a pill form, but it's like you invested all of that money, and then you gain all of that weight back because you can't use that stuff long term. And so they just discuss how it's best to, whatever way organizations go, whether they want to offer it as far as their benefit package or not. But the best way to go is to offer additional resources that help them change their lifestyle, right? Help them create healthier habits so that they can keep the weight off and they can maintain their weight. Um, change by changing their diet, by exercising more. They also mentioned about gastric bypass surgery when that first kind of rolled around, and um, and everybody was getting that surgery, and then they were eating too much and busted their stomach wide open, and that was a big old thing. And they were like, "This is what's gonna happen with Ozempic as well." And so they were like, "It's best to teach them additional healthier habits and creating a healthier lifestyle, changing your eating habits, exercising more, talking to a therapist, because a lot of times when people are overweight, there's an underlying issue, right?" And then they were also talking about, the requirements to qualify for it. Like your BMI has to be over a certain percentage, because 40% of the workforce, 40% of the people in the U.S. are considered obese. So if we gave all 40% of people who are considered obese Ozempic, the healthcare industry would go bankrupt within like a year and a half at most. So you want to be able to rely on these different options that create some more long-term result rather than a short-term result that can potentially bankrupt the healthcare industry. Somebody's messing with me. Hold your mule. Ouch! Y'all see that? Almost took me out. Let's see. B. I'm still kind of working. Let me prop y'all up. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. Did it bring it to this? Let me do it again. And so overall, oh, there it goes. Let me snip it. Hold your mule, you guys. Y'all go ahead and share this live. Copy, copy, copy. And subscribe. So they were just saying about alternative methods that could be used versus the the medicine, because the medicine isn't really a solution that is viable. And so that was really eye opening, especially the part about the pharmaceuticals and how much they're charging us for name brand medicine and don't offer us the generic or the biosimilar kind that costs like 100 times less. Um, and so that was very eye opening, and how we do have some people who are on our side and who are working for, let me get out of this, and who are working on behalf of us, and are trying to combat, copy, and are trying to combat them taking advantage of us, the system taking advantage of us and having us spend all of this money on medicine when it can be a fraction of the cost. And so that was really good. The second presentation was just okay. I'm trying to remember what they were talking about. That just showed you it was just okay. I learned something from each presentation just because I'm that type of person. Um, the third presentation was also about Ozempic. That's a hot topic, but it was also about the mental health part. And I love organizations that prioritize mental health because that is more and more common these days. Hey, Diane, welcome. Make sure you like the live, share the live, and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers. Mental health is really important to me. And like I said, I love when companies and organizations prioritize that, because for employees that suffer from mental health issues, it can definitely have impact your life, and then overall it impacts the organization because you are less productive when you are suffering from all of these mental illnesses and you aren't seeking help. And so they were also talking about how our workforce is of like 5 generations now. You know, you have millennials, you have the Gen Z. It's a variety. Hey, Biswat, our workforce now is a variety of generations. We have a lot of different demographics within our workplace. You have the baby boomers are still working because retirement has been pushed out. You have millennials, you have GX, you have Generation X, you have all of these different these demographics. How do you appeal to each one of them? Because the millennials and Gen X may not be that worried about 401k and retirement because they are worried about building families and building generational wealth. And so we all have interest in a lot of different things, but how do we satisfy all of them, if that makes sense? And so I was like, that's a great point that I didn't even think about, you know, because we do all of these surveys, right? And we say, hey, would you like pet insurance? And they're like, yeah, we would like pet insurance. But if you say, hey, would you like pet insurance or would you like additional time off, because they both cost the same, then which one would you pick? Would you pick, y'all comment in the thing, would you pick pet insurance or additional PTO? I'm from India and I've been looking for remote jobs in the US for a long time now, and I'm a fresher. Please give me some tips on how to land jobs from India. I think it should be easy for you because you offer a demographic that a lot of companies are trying to tap into with being from India. I'm pretty sure you speak a different language that is not, that a lot of people in the US do not speak. So I would apply for those. There's a lot of incentives for businesses to hire from outside the US, but it's also a lot of work. So I will make sure your skill set is there. First off, you have to make sure your skill set is there because there is going to be a lot of time and money in the process of getting you to legally work in the US but stay in in India. So make sure your skill set is there. I would work with a recruiter as well. If you get a recruiter from the US, that will save you a lot of time from applying to these different positions. And they may not be, they may require, hey, you can work remote, but you have to work within this certain area. And sometimes it's not just you have to work within the US. Some companies require for you to work in the state. You have to work in Texas or you have to work in Florida, whatever the case may be. And so if you get a recruiter, that can make things a lot easier for you, so they can look for jobs that are looking for people to work outside of the US, because there's a lot of paperwork that goes into it as well. And then if you're looking to move to the US, then they can work on that with you too. You can do work visas, all that stuff. They can start preparing you for that high level position, because it's something where you can, if you're in a high level position, it's another type of visa that you can look into. If you have a degree in India, then they need to look into it to see if it qualifies in the US, or if you need to take additional courses that are US based so that your degree is valid. It's a lot that goes into it. If I were you, I would talk to a recruiter in your field and have them point out positions for you. But to be honest, a lot of remote work is going away. A lot of people are bringing people back into the office. Um, so a lot of people are going away with that. They're saying people aren't as productive at home, and it's a real big challenge within the work field because, of course, people want to work from home. And now that organizations are bringing them back in to work into the office, they don't want to. People don't want to deal with the traffic. People don't want to get up and get dressed. People are spending a lot more money on gas and food because when you go in the office you buy lunch, and so that's also a struggle. So, I would just talk to a recruiter in order to see if there's any type of remote work that you can do. It's like, I know it's absurd, but can you help me with a referral? What you need a referral for? You took me out for a job? Um, but yeah, like I said, make sure y'all subscribe. So that's the first step that I would take. Deandra? No? What you saying no to, girl? Yep. Oh no, I can't help you with any type of referral because I don't know you. I don't know your work ethic. I don't know your background. Sorry. But I'm gonna go because I need to check in. My flight leaves tomorrow to go back home. And then we're gonna try to go to the beach and to the pool. I have dinner at 6:30, so we're gonna try to do that before we go to dinner, and then I have to come back here and get dressed for dinner. So, nice talking to y'all. Go check out my last video about how my Easter went straight to hell. Family members fighting and arguing, cursing each other out. It was a hot mess. So go check out my vlog too and subscribe. Talk to y'all later. And when y'all go check out my vlog for Easter, you're welcome, sweetie. When y'all go check out my vlog for Easter, leave a comment on who y'all thought was wrong in the situation. Everybody arguing, fighting, cursing. It was ridiculous. Talk to y'all later.